What's up, guys? Welcome to the... What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. What's up, guys? Welcome... I'm gonna wait till the dishwasher shuts off. If you guys are new here, welcome to our juicery. We operate out of Northwest Ohio. You can look us up on Instagram and Facebook. We are at JK Juices. I get this question a lot on the channel. What is the difference between a cold press juicer, which are these guys, and a slow masticating juicer, which you guys see a lot of at home? On my at-home juicing videos. I'm gonna wait for this to shut off. We are a cold press juicery here, but I also use a slow masticating juicer at home, and even on the box it says like cold press. The confusion behind this kind of gray area is that that word technically isn't defined by anybody. There is no like legal definition of that. Masticating juicers do technically press fruits and veggies, and it's kept under a cold temperature, which I think is 45 degrees Fahrenheit. As long as you stay in the allotted runtime. Sometimes you guys ask why your masticating juicers are getting warm. It's because they do have a runtime, which is normally 15 minutes. We're gonna talk about different masticating juicers at the end of this video, but here at the shop we use these cold press machines. Obviously these are commercial machines, and I think that's where the difference is. Commercial cold press machines versus an at-home cold press masticating machine. So these machines are actually juice presses. Like in my mind, and I've used all of these machines, so in my mind these are juice presses. They press with platens and 4,000 pounds of pressure. Delicious. This is our X1 Mini, and this is our X1, we call her Judith. Very similar machines, exact same design. This is just a bigger one, so Judith can produce 1,000 bottles of juice a day. The X1 Mini caps out about 100. So what separates these machines from a masticating juicer, the price point is, these are $15,000 machines. A masticating juicer, the one I love at home, is $100. So besides being just totally different, like commercial use versus home use, these machines are also producing higher quality juice because of the way they extract the juice. Both of these machines operate the same way. They both grind, and grind isn't necessarily the word that I'm looking for. They actually cut the produce into very small pieces. Carrots are one that you can definitely load up the press bag like all the way. They're not gonna squish out or cause a mess if you overfill the press bag. Instead of masticating the juice pulp and produce, these machines cut it up into fine pieces. So imagine the cell wall of that, like on a microscopic level. We're getting sciencey up in here. So imagine that you are taking a knife and cutting up the produce like 1,000 times, compared to squeezing and crushing. And it's a little bit different process, but it does make a big difference when you're talking about quality of juice. So once that produce is chopped 1,000 times through these blades and hoppers, It drops into a press chamber here. This is the press chamber on the big X1. And this is the press chamber on the Mini. And then these machines actually press the produce. You can see, and I'll insert a bunch of clips of these machines in action, but you can see the pressure and the force. Looks like the press chamber is completely closed. Should start to build pressure now. So it'll reach 1800 psi, and then it'll hold there for a couple of minutes. We'll let it really press, and then we'll retract. It should take about 4 minutes for a good press. Looks like we're getting full. And then the juice falls into a 3-gallon pitcher and we bottle it. Next to just like smashing an entire like carrot or pineapple, this is the closest thing we can get to like the most gentle form of juice extraction, if that makes any sense. I realize this is a little out in la la land. There's a good chance if you go into your local juicery that your juice was made on this machine here. Cold pressed juice is expensive, $9 to $13 a bottle. Some of that price that you're paying for is this machine. That kind of juice can only be made on a juice press. And as far as quality goes, my favorite juice is made on this machine. I love the X1 Mini. The flavor, the texture, the quality is just, this juicer is my favorite juicer. Like if price wasn't in a variable, this is my favorite juicer of all time thus far. It extracts all the flavors and all the greens and everything that you put into it. It can handle. It's so user friendly. It can make 100 juices a day. It's an awesome machine. Would I put one in my house? Probably not. It's a little large and in charge, but this machine makes some incredible tasting juice. There is a option that gets you kind of close results, but obviously like this is a $15,000 machines. Like, so if you're wanting to get the benefits of cold pressed juice at home, I feel like masticating juicers are the best option. They get the job done, and it's a much more gentle process than centrifugal juice, so you're able to set yourself up at home like a cold pressed juicer. You're able to prep things for 3 to 5 days, and still they hold their nutritional value. But as far as getting this quality of juice, it's just not, you can't do it unless you have a press. Masticating juicers work by crushing up the produce and running it through a screen with an auger. So it's somewhere in the middle between a centrifugal juicer, which needs to be drank within 20 minutes because that juice is run through a blade and then it's aggressively like spit through a centrifuge, which oxidizes the juice very fast. Centrifugals do have a place as far as I'm concerned. Like, they are extremely efficient. They're very fast. Masticating juicers are slow masticating juicers. It's a very slow process. Often when I juice on mine, it can take up 30 minutes to an hour because I like to prep juices. When I was on my celery juice challenge, I would prep 3 to 5 16-ounce juices of celery. And that would take me 30 to 40 minutes to juice those. So it is a slow process. Using a masticating juicer, whereas a centrifugal juicer takes about 30 seconds. And I have a whole video on this. I will link it down in the description. That took around 2.5 minutes. Let's do the Breville quick. That took like less than 30 seconds. If you prefer making juice quickly and having it ready like that and drinking it quickly, centrifugal is definitely the easiest way, especially if you have a family. It's just faster to make It just depends on what you value. If you're like me and like to meal prep your juice and have it available in the fridge, I like to do that, and I like to make a lot of juice at once and call it quits for a few days. The less I can clean my juicer, the better. If you don't care to clean your juicer and you want to make a lot of juice every day, definitely grab a centrifugal juicer. It's easier. The centrifugal and masticating and cold press comes into play when you're concerned with extending the shelf life of your juice. The gentler the extraction method, the longer the shelf life. So from cold press, where it's chopped up really fine and actually pressed in a press chamber, to masticating, which crushes it and runs it through a filter with an auger, to centrifugal. Cold pressed juice made on a juice press is good for 3 to 5 days nutritionally. Using a cold pressed juicer or a masticating juicer will get you that longer shelf life. This is great if you do a lot of juice cleanses over like a 1 day cleanse. I love the masticating juicer for that option. You can make a lot of juice at home and have it ready to go for your juice cleanse. That way you wouldn't have to clean a centrifugal juicer like 6 times a day at home. I hope I'm breaking this down in a way that serves you guys, so you buy a good juicer that fits your needs. Juicing can easily become a part of your daily routine and ritual if you have a good juicer that suits your needs and really helps you make healthy decisions. So we have people come in every day that buy our cold pressed juice, and we have people that come in once a week and buy cold pressed juice and make a lot of their juice at home. And then there's a ton of people out there that don't trust anybody and make their juice at home, which I totally get. If you have a juicery in your area, definitely look into them before you go purchasing anything. Just because they are in the health industry doesn't mean that they have our health in mind. They are a business. They're allowed to do and make whatever decisions they want. So definitely ask your questions. Are you organic? Are you unpasteurized? And when was this juice made? You want juice fresh. So I've used a lot of juicers. I currently am using at home a horizontal, I think Greenness makes it. It was actually sent to me. If I had to pick a at-home juicer right now, it would be the K-Nell vertical slow masticating juicer. It's $100. It's cheap. It gets the job done. It's not. And a lot of you guys message me like this all the time. Like, should I buy the like higher price point machine, which is like the K-Nell's masticating like competitors. And why I love that K-Nell juicer is because it's so big. It's a big masticating juicer. Similar juicers at that price point are the A6 juicer, which I've owned. It's just tiny. It's inefficient. It does good for wheatgrass and like ginger shots, but it's really small. Try it on the A6 juicer and see if I can get a better yield off of this turmeric. The K-Nell masticating juicer is much bigger, has a wide mouth chute. To this I'm also adding lemon, a little bit of celery, a couple pears, and some oranges. We seem to have some bubbles. I'm just gonna finish real quick. That's about 32 ounces of juice. The more that I use this K-Nell juicer, the more I kind of get a hang for it and really like it. Like, I'm just starting to figure out that hopper. You can put a lot in there and just dump it through. But I really like this juicer. It's $100, a lot bigger than the A6 juicer I had. It can handle like serving 2 people, one big juice for one person. It's a little time consuming. I would love to see a bigger hopper on these slow masticating juicers. But other than that, this is a great little juicer. Really happy with it. It got me through my whole celery juice challenge. It's not you don't have to spend an arm and a leg, whereas the competitors in that area and size, they range from 3 to 5, 3 to 7. So if you are looking to get into juicing and kind of add it into your daily lifestyle, don't feel like unless obviously you can buy whatever you want, but I always recommend like start with the entry level machine that gets the job done. If you find yourself consistently using it and really enjoying having good quality juice in your fridge, then I would think about upgrading to a nicer machine. The Cuvines, I think it's the C7000, has a 24-hour operation time, so you can make a lot of juice without the motor heating up. I love the masticating juicer option for at-home juicers who like to make a decent amount of good quality juice. And the K&L juicer, it's nothing fancy, it's cheap, it's accessible, it gets the job done. Like, I've made almond milks on it. I've made frozen ice creams on it. I'm not like a spokesman for them, but it allows you to cheaply invest in your health. I could easily suggest a $500. The one that I want to get my hands on is the Hurum Easy Clean Slow Masticating Juicer. It's a new product they just put out. I'm not going to go buy it because obviously I have access to all these machines. But that is a $500 machine. And I don't think it's realistic for somebody who's trying to make healthy decisions, trying to introduce juicing into their lifestyle, to spend $500 on a machine. Alright guys, I think that wraps it up for this video. There is a noticeable difference between cold pressed juice and masticating juice. If you guys want to see more of these machines in action, I do have playlists for every specific juicer. So Judith, the X1, and then the X1 mini playlist, and then I do have at-home juicers, a playlist for at-home juicing. Check those out. Definitely check out the at-home juicing playlist if you guys want to see like almond milks made, the frozen berry like ice cream on the masticating juicer, the ASIC handle wheatgrass. I have so many videos, hundreds of videos juicing on these machines and the at-home juicers. So check them out if you're looking for something specific. I'm sure it's somewhere on the channel. And if you guys are new here, stick around, stay a while. We upload videos like this almost every night at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're here in Ohio. If you are into juicing, this is a fun channel that kind of mashes at-home juicing together with a commercial juicery. My sister and I operate this juicery. We started out of a farmer's market, upgraded to a food truck, juice truck, and then have settled into our storefront we opened last August. We will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I do think I'm planning on doing some at-home juicing videos. If you guys want to see a masticating juicer in action, we will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.